It's online biz real talk today, and we have an incredible subject for you. My incredible business partner, all the way from Texas. You're really far from me right now. I'm here in Barcelona, and I decided to do a simple subject today. The subject is, what does it take to be an online business owner? That's our subject today, especially what does it take to be an online business owner in this business? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about, the way you are, things you have to do, including, what you're going to be doing in this business. We're going to go over a lot of things. So it's just not a little, fairy subject and just, mindset and just, you got to be positive. We're actually going to tell you what you have to do in order to be a successful online business owner. So I'm Georgia Williams. I do these online biz talks on a regular basis. We actually do them every um, Tuesday. Well, we're having a Spanish one now. We do a Spanish one in Spanish. So Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And we do these because I want to show people some insight to our business owners, their testimonies, and we bring people who are trained and who are being trained to become mentors and coaches to help people earn online. So it's not just to inspire you, it's also an opportunity to give you the ability and the same chance we have to earn online and to be able to literally earn from the beach and have a business running for you, but you have to put some time and effort into it. So without further ado, let me bring in my business partner, Jasmin. How are you, Jasmin Rodriguez?
Hello, hola a todos. My name is Jasmin Rodriguez, and I'm originally from Mexico and living, as Georgia said, in Houston, Texas, USA. So I became a online business owner, and what it took to become an online business owner. Well, first of all, I want to share a bit of my story. When I came across this business, of course, I had no idea what it was to run an online business. I was always curious to know, but I was thinking, I seen many people running their online business. They seem like very knowledgeable, tech savvy. They know how to manage, the computer, the phone, they're pros, not that well. I'm not at that level. And I always thought maybe that's something that is not for me. But when, one day I was just, researching, I wanted to do something. I wanted to work from home because my hours were reduced at work. And I was thinking, I have this time in my hands and I just don't want to procrastinate. I just don't want, well, as a mom, I'm a mom. I have two beautiful kids. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I thought, of course, if I'm not working out there at home, there will always will be work to do. But I'm like, I knew I could use that precious time in a way, in a way to bring an extra income. I thought of that idea, but I was like, what should I do? What should I do? And I started doing a bit of research. And I thought for a moment, I don't think this is for me because I'm not a tech savvy person. I barely, barely people knows me in social media. And I knew that to become an online business owner, you got to be known in social media. You got to interact with people. I thought I will have to communicate with people. I have to reach out with people. I have to sell products. All those thoughts were in my mind. But all I can say that when this business came across, I saw it like a blessing that I saw so far away from my reach until I found out that I didn't have to have knowledge on how to be a online business owner. I didn't have to be a tech savvy, but I was like, how can I be an online business owner without having these skills, without having the knowledge, without having all these that it takes, to be a successful business owner? So I never forget, who's my mentor now. Reach out, well, she didn't reach out to me. I met her at I was having an appointment with the dentist, and there's where I met my mentor. and she introduced me to the business. She said, I will send you a free informational video. If you want to watch it, take a look at it, see if you're interested. So just, take a look at it and see if it's something you're interested in. And it was so strange, but wonderful at the same time, because I was just a few days ago before I met her about wanting to do something online, but I didn't know how. So when she presented this opportunity that now I have, I was in shock because, I was told in the video, I was informed you don't have to be a tech savvy. We'll provide you a training, a video-based training that will guide you step by step. I was going to learn I was going to have support to make my website. I was going to have support, full 100% support, to brand myself. I mean, to learn many things that I had no clue what that was. And all I could say that, I was thinking, and I was telling myself, this is the opportunity that I've been looking for. This is the opportunity that not everyone has, because I learned also before that to create your own website, you have to pay thousands, hundreds and hundreds of dollars to have the knowledge that is being provided to me now through the training that was given to me when I became an online business owner. It cost thousands of dollars, and I was like, this is all is given to me. All I have to do is follow my training. How I became an online business owner, I had to follow my training step by step. I had to learn how to set up, a sales funnel. It was actually fun. I really enjoyed doing that. I imagine it was going to be super hard, but when you're provided a training, a video-based training that is guiding you step by step, I saw the big possibility there, to really learn how to become successful. And the thing here, right? We have to follow the training. We have to be persistent. I had to learn how to make my own ads. And that's wonderful because I have learned not just to make an ad, to promote the business just in one platform. I learned how to do it on Google, on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. I mean, there's so many choices, right? Where you can place an ad. And that's one of the things that I love, that we have a training, we have a full support of a global community. Like Georgia was saying it a moment ago, she's in Spain right now, right? And if I need her help, thank God that we have this communication, right? Online, through the phone, messenger. I mean, any way you want to communicate nowadays, having all these type of communication is great because I've been able also to know so many business partners from all around the world. In fact, the other day, I've been talking to some business partners from Australia. I have some other business partners from Canada. In fact, I met the very first time Georgia, she was in Canada, and so many other people. But going back to the subject, another thing, hey, I was told all you need to start this amazing business is you need a phone, a laptop, and an internet connection. That's what is gonna take you, to this amazing journey. And I just started. I mean, I had my doubts at the beginning because, like anything online, right, you have to be sure what you're getting into. But when I started seeing my coaches' successes, which you've been a great inspiration to me, Georgia, I have always said it, and not just you, like seeing many other business partners, their successes, how, how things really flow nicely in the business if you put the time, if you're persistent. I mean, and I know my coach is always there, reminding me, Jasmin, don't forget, put the time, do the works, right? And you will see the blessings. And I have seen them, and I'm grateful for that. And it's so nice that also these business providers, the support. If we have questions, if there's something we're stuck with, there's always going to be a mentor, there's always going to be a coach. And if it's not them, they're not available at the moment, there will always be somebody else. And that's a very nice thing about this business, but yes. And following the training, we get to learn skills. We learn to brand ourselves, in social media. We learn how to run our ads. I mean, the main thing, right? Always stay positive. At the beginning, it's like, this is like a career, but with so much more benefits, because we don't have, like I said, we don't have to pay thousands of dollars in order to get, to have a training running for you. No, of course, we have to, like any business, right? We have to invest not just time, also, in to start the business, but at the same time, if we compare it to a brick and mortar business, it's a whole different story, right? It's way less than what we have to invest in the business. But the main thing, it's, have always a positive mind with this business. It takes time. It's not a quick rich scheme, right? Like anything, we need to take a time to learn. And all depends also the time that we put into this business. Because if you don't put time, then you won't see results. If you don't persist, you won't see results. And it's like any other business. If you're in it 100%, it will bring you back what you want to see, right? And it's not just about money, it's about knowledge, it's about creating new friendships, right? It's about connecting with people from all over the world. It's like, all I can just say that it's an amazing opportunity that anyone can. If I can do it, I will say anybody can do it, because like I said, I started not having any knowledge. Nowadays, if you ask me about it, well, I can tell you way more, because I've been involved already for about a year. And all I can just say at the end is that this is an amazing opportunity that is at the reach to anyone who's willing to change their way of working. It's so nice that with this business you can become your own boss. You don't have to, work for somebody from 9 to 5. Or I have met people that they say, hey, Jasmine, it's not from 9 to 5, sometimes it's from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., right? So it's way more. And people, I have met so many people that they say, I wish I could have that time to spend more time with my family. I wish I could have that time to make nicer meals for my family, especially moms. I mean, these opportunities to anybody who wants to have more freedom, time to vacation, freedom to spend the time with family, freedom for those people who works, from sunrise to sunset. I mean, these opportunities for anyone who wants to make a change, for anyone who's willing, to also work from home. I mean, this is the nicest thing, that this business, you can just run it from the comfort of your home. You can or if for some reason you're not in your home, like Georgia was saying, that you can even run it if you're vacationing. I mean, anywhere, from anywhere, as long as we have an internet connection, then we can have access to this business. And also, if we already set up an ad, the ad is working for us. We have an automatic system that runs for us 24/7. I mean, what better can be than that, right? So that's a great opportunity. But probably I'm saying way too much more than what I've been asked. But I love to talk about this opportunity. I love to introduce this opportunity to anybody who's willing to make a change, or even just have a side hustle, right? I have a plan B. I learned that when we went through the pandemic period, I had to stop working for some time. I was not getting an income, and I was thank God I had some savings, but I'm like, savings don't last forever, right? So it's always good to have a plan B. And then I realized that I really needed to start a plan B. And when this opportunity came, I'm like, okay, it can be my plan B. And hopefully, God willing, later on, it will be just a plan A. But for now, I would just say that I'm so blessed that I have this opportunity. I've been learning through these months, and all I can say is very proudly that I am a online business owner. So going back to you, Georgia.
Love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. You have an amazing journey and you're just growing. And the more that you invest in this business, invest in yourself, time wise and effort, the more you're going to see results. It's very simple. And as you continue to grow in this business, and this is even speaking to everybody, not just you, Hasmin, this is speaking to everyone. As you continue to grow in this business, you're going to learn things that you didn't know in the beginning that's going to make you super successful. And you're going to have something special about you that nobody has in this business. And I learned that my expertise is I can make a winning video ad really quick. And that's like a very huge asset. And I could give that video to all my business partners. One of my business partners, Savio, keeps getting buyers from one of my ads. And he just has his ad running. He's really not plugged in. You really don't see him much. You don't see him posting much, but he keeps getting buyer after buyer after buyer. And I'm just signing contracts for him, and he's signing contracts and cutting his sales, and everything's going good for him. And it just shows you, as long as you have an ad running, as long as you have your business running, there's no way it's going to shut down. It's just like a store at a mall. As long as those lights are on and those doors are open, people are going to walk in and see what you got, and you're going to get buyers. You're going to get people buying your product. And that's exactly what's going on for Savio. That's exactly what's going on for you. That's exactly what's going on for many people right now. They have their ad running for them, and they're getting buyers while they're doing their own thing, while they're going to church, while they're Savio's. He loves God and his wife and his child. Like, a lot of things he does is for his family. I know him personally, right? He started this business, but I after his coaching call and getting to know him, I know him personally, and that's what happens with all my business partners. They become my friend. They become my family member, like my child, you know. I watch over them, I help them, I invest my time and effort into them so they can grow and build that empire they so desire. As long as you put some time into it, believe me, I'm hunting people down and be like, where are you? What are you doing? And they're watching me, even my own business partners. So a lot of those people out there that's watching, you know, it's not that you just start the business and then, oh, you got the business. You have to keep putting your time and effort. That's what it takes to be a business owner. It takes you working at your business, because there's a lot of people that started the business and they don't do anything. They're not the majority, though. The majority does. But there's some people out there, and then they're messaging me, and they're like, I want to get back started. Can I can we Zoom? Can this? And I keep reaching out to them. It's to the point where I reach out so much and they don't answer. So I'm like, okay, I won't bug this person no more, because it looks like I'm hounding them. But meanwhile, they literally started the business and they're not doing anything. The thing is like I was saying earlier in a video I did, mindset is key. And
Yes.
okay, here's an example. Sorry, mosquitoes are getting me. I'm gonna spray. Here's an example. If you're like today, yesterday I went to bed really late. I went to bed really late because just doing a lot of paperwork and, making sure, like, I'm pretty much bookkeeping all my taxes and Tito's. So I was like helping him with a whole bunch of things with taxes. So I stayed up really late, and I had my alarm on from 6 hours from when I went to bed. And the alarm went off. And when the alarm went off, I had an option. I could sleep another hour because everything's fine. You know, the big kids are watching the little kids, and there's tons of food in the house. Everybody's okay. It's a big, beautiful house. There's no school. They do online schooling, and it's summer break, but my kids still do online schooling. That's where they're going to be very smart. Okay. I thought about it. I thought about, I could sleep in another hour. I don't have anything to do. It's a Saturday, and I'm an online business owner. But I thought, no, I want to get up and I want to go to the gym and I want to work on my business a little more and I want to finish a little bit more. I want to look into, keep bookkeeping with the little taxes and do a little things here and there. I want to clean up. I want to do some laundry. I thought about all the things, and I checked my phone, had some successes, and I was like, no, I'm getting up. I did my manifestation, and I thought about what I was going to do, and that's a perfect example. You can either sleep in or you can get up, and that is an acronym for life. Like that's literally, put it towards life. You can either stay sleeping or you can wake up for your dreams and your goals. Because those dreams are not going to, you're laughing. Though my children are there laughing if you hear it. But those dreams are not going to be met without you working on them. And if you don't work on your dreams, if you don't wake up, nothing's gonna happen, right? There's a saying, the people who are the legends are either waking up at 5 a.m. or going to bed at 5 a.m. And that's what I did. I went to bed at 5 a.m. Put my alarm from 6 hours, and I was like, okay, feeling a little weak. I worked out really hard, and I ate dinner really late, but it's okay. I got some energy drinks. I'm good. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna have a protein shake. And I'm gonna go work out, and I'm gonna do all the things I need to do. That simple telling yourself, and um, it's also, you have to you have to like really, it's almost like taking care of a child. you know you have to be one of those who you know listens to that little voice. You know what you have to do. It's not that you have to be strict on yourself, but a little bit. You have to kind of follow what you know that you need to do, and don't procrastinate. Okay. You have to continue to wake up every day and do what you need to do. Did you want to add something, Hasmin?
No, I'm just listening, and all you're saying, it's true. Many times I need to remind myself the same thing, right? Like sometimes I like to slip in a little, but like you said, when you wake up, your brain is telling you, "Hey, get up. You have 100 things to do." Plus, to me, in my personal opinion, I enjoy doing my work when it's peace and quiet. I have two kids. They're not that young anymore, but I love it when, let's say, I get up at 5 a.m., right? And I dedicate, like you said, a little bit of time for myself, but then put some time in the business, or, focus. And you were saying it, and it's very important, right? We need to dedicate time to the business in order to see results. And also, like you said, so important, an ad must be running in order for us to see results. And it's lovely, as we were getting ready to come live, I saw my partner got a buyer, and I was like, way, yeah, we were all cheering for him, and I'm so grateful that we have this opportunity, right, to have the chance to run an ad, and it's working in the background for you, and it's so nice to see when we have people interested, that they're coming in, they want to know what. And the beautiful thing, you don't have to bug the people. The ad is doing everything for you. The bag is the ad, it's sending the main message. The system is reaching out to the people, and I don't have to be there typing all the time. Of course, we have to come in, We have to check who has come in. There's people who has questions. And I will say mainly there's when the communication starts with the people, but I didn't have to get the directory, like in the old times, and start calling people, or storing products in my house. I mean, that's what I love about this business, that we don't have to store products in our house, that we don't have to go door to door, like I used to see when I was a child. And even nowadays, people still does that, not as much as they used to do it before. But I'm like, I remember always telling myself, I will never like to ever do that, go door to door and sell products. And what I like about this business is that the ad does that does that kind of knocking on people's doors in social media in a way, and they get to know about us. But it's so nice that we don't have to bug anyone. In fact, when I started communicating social media, or exposing myself a bit more about the business, so people and even my family members were reaching out like, hey, what is it that you're doing? I mean, what is this business you're offering? And then the business speaks for itself, right? And then they come and they want to know, and many are like, hey, I like to do that too. And that's wonderful, right? Because that's the way this business works. And but yeah, so mainly I just wanted to say that. And yes, you said it, keeping your mind positive, reminding yourself, what we want. And I know when I started this business, I had some goals set. I'm like, I love to pay off my house. I love to pay out so many things, that needs to be paid. And I'm like, all these can become possible, right? If I work in this business, if I put my time into it, and I always, stay put, stay plugged in. I mean, that's the main thing. And you said it also, you said something very important, Georgia. You were very clear at the beginning. You don't have to show yourself if you don't want to. I know at the beginning I told you I'm very private about my personal life. I was a bit nervous to put myself, out in the social media platforms. But I learned also that with this business, people wants to know that you're a real person. And because I remember seeing the trajectory of your life in this business, that's what really encouraged me, right? Like it showed me that you become successful. It showed me that you were a real person, that I found out not just you, I once my training got unlocked, I got to see, I was invited, right, to this community to see all the successes, and I was in shock. I was like, oh my goodness, I was already impressed seeing what the business has done for you. And when I started seeing hundreds of thousands of more successful people like you, I was like, wow, I mean, that really pushed me in, and I'm grateful for that. So I learned also, like, I cannot be in the shadow, right? I noticed that I started coming out of my comfort zone. And I learned that I needed to come out of my comfort zone in order to become successful, to be known by people, so they could see that I'm real, that I also have struggles, that I also had doubts, that I also um, probably was in their same shoes, and but now I'm on the other side, and I'm so grateful, right? Because it's like I was thrown in the water, and I had to learn to come across that, that river, whatever it was. And I'm on the other side, and I'm like, hey, telling people you can come too. Don't see the water, just see the opportunity, and you'll be here. So, but yes, so everything you're saying, I relate. I have to remind myself every single day why I'm here. And we all get so many things going on, because when we're moms, we're wives. You're a mom, so you understand that so well. Hi, Paulo. um I relate with you on the part that you're a mom. I mean, you're very busy. I also very busy. I still work, but I have learned that if you want to make time for something important, you will make it. You will make that time. If I make time to go shopping for myself, if I make time to relax, if I make time, to even watch a movie, why not to make a time to spend in the business a couple hours a day, an hour a day? You even told me one day, Jasmine, if you're so busy, at least 15, 20 minutes, start somewhere. And I learned that, yes, if we want to do something, we get to do it if we put our mindset into it, and we'll start seeing results. So yeah, I just wanted to add that.
Thank you, beautiful. God bless you for that. And we have Paulo. How are you, Paulo?
I'm good. Sorry, I was out uh, checking things out in Victoria. I'm here visiting
Oh, wow.
sister because she has a performance tonight. So we just did some sightseeing. So I saw you guys were still live, so I was like, I'll join in quickly and talk about
Wow.
the topic.
So what kind of scenery you got there? Let's see it. Do you,
Oh,
you have
it's just her.
water?
It's just her balcony.
Cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So
What kind of performance is she having?
it's a whole bunch of people doing a whole like performance, like it's like burlesque with like a mix of other things too. So yeah.
Wow.
So
That's
sorry,
pretty
that's
cool.
yeah, it's cool. It'll be fun. Um,
Nice. All
but
right.
yeah, how are you two?
We're good. We're good. Nice to see you on here and enjoying your freedom and bringing your business with you. So,
Yeah.
why don't you introduce yourself for us and tell us about the subject? What does it take to be an online business owner? And we went a little bit over, I don't know if you watched, we went a little bit over, how it takes persistence, how
Yeah.
it kind of takes, you being disciplined with yourself, right? And then she talked about the ad. We talked about ads. Savio just got a buyer. Right? You never see Savio in the chats. You never see Savio posting, but buyer after buyer after buyer. Why? Because he has an ad running. So if you want to add a little bit, and yeah, speak a little bit about your journey, maybe for us.
Yeah, definitely. So hi everyone. My name is Paulo Paralejas. I was born in the Philippines, grew up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Live in Vancouver, British Columbia now. I've been nursing for over 20 years now, and I started this business just over 6 years ago. I started because I burnt out twice in my career, and I just was needing a change. And I with this whole topic of like what it takes to be an entrepreneur, to do the business, it was to that point where I knew that if I kept going in that direction, the same direction of just working at the hospital, working for the BC Cancer I'm working at, I would burn out. I burn out again, and I'm like, I told myself I couldn't physically, mentally, emotionally take another burnout experience. So it's to the point where you have to find like the tipping point in your life. You're like, I need to make a change. And once you get over that change, once you learn how to do the business, how to maintain it is the part. I mean, you guys discuss as well: persistence, discipline, but also motivation, also the drive to tell yourself that I'm not going to go backwards. Because the moment you take steps backwards, you're just going back to the same routine, same lifestyle that you're complaining about all the time. Because when you are exhausted and tired and don't have the ability to, have the energy to go to the gym, to look after yourself, feed yourself properly, look after your family, it's just going to be a repeating cycle that you pass on as well to, if you have kids, you pass it on to your kids as a behavior thing that you're not going to be able, like, that your kids are going to learn, like, oh, I have to just work for somebody else and that's how life is going to be like. Whereas in reality, it's like you can change that. You can be that example to your kids, to tell them you don't need to go down this route that we traditionally were taught to say, that you go to school, you get a job, you buy a house, and that's how life is going to be like, and you're going to be set for life. But we know that's not true anymore. With the cost of living, everything going up, you have to learn to keep driven and just remember your whys in this business. There's moments when I wanted to quit because things weren't working out with an ad, or I'm not getting traction with some of my posts and stuff. But I reached out to community members like you guys or other community members, and they tell me, don't give up. You're sitting on a gold mine. This is something that we see time after time, people creating successes. And any of those down moments, I look back and go to our business page of all our business community and look at all the successes, and that drives me to keep going and be like, I am going to be one of those people where I'm making 20, 30, 40, 100K a month, because I deserve that. We all deserve that. And it's just not also caring about what other people think. That's the hardest part, I think, going into this business. And I talked about it earlier this week, is that having to build a thick skin in this industry, being able to have an online business, because there are going to be a lot of haters that you're going to come across. But it's a matter of just ignoring those people, family, friends, people you don't even know, and just keep looking forward and focus on your lane, focus on where you want to get from point A to point B. And yeah, over the years, like, that's what I've done. I've just learned to just focus on me and just say, like, this is the reason why I'm doing this business, so that I can flourish, I can have a life of abundance, that I can help others with this abundance, with, because initially in the beginning I thought it was about the money, but after being in this business, now it's about helping other people. And I know for a fact the reason why I'm on this earth is that I'm here to help people use my nursing skills that I've obtained over the 20 years, bring that over into this business, and start helping other people get out of that life that they are struggling to survive. And it sucks when you see people, you know, when you see people where they have to pick and choose what to buy in a grocery store now. I'm at that point too, where I'm like, I want to eat healthy, but I'm like, ugh, it's really expensive. But it's how the reality is now with everything, like clothing, buying stuff. Like, I can't imagine being a parent right now with all the things that you have to tell your kids. No, I can't afford that. No, I can't buy you that. I can't take you guys on the trips because the money isn't there, and we have to just focus on the necessities. So bringing it back to the topic though, is just, yeah, you need to be motivated, you need to be driven, don't forget your whys, and ask questions as well. If you're not sure what to do, reach out to people. Like, I had another individual within our community reach out to me on our flock communication, and he's like, I just need some tips on how to, create a better ad. And so the stuff that Georgia you taught me, I passed on to him. I was like, oh, you know what, just do this or that. And he's like, you know what, I'm so excited to try these little tweaks on my ads so that I can get better traction, and making sure that he can hopefully get his ad out there more, so that he can have other business colleagues join him as well. So that's the part I really stress with a lot of our business colleagues in this community as well, is just reach out, ask those questions. Even though we're not, you don't really talk to us, don't be afraid to reach out, because that one change can change the outlook of everything in the direction that you're going. So yeah, I'll end it there. Sorry, I always keep chatting and saying things, but
Absolutely incredible. Thank you. I like your shirt.
oh
Let's
yeah,
see it.
it was a t-shirt and I cut into a tank top.
Is it a bandana print?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my favorite. I wear a black bandana today to the gym.
Oh no. Yeah, and then I should try to find you something like this and you can match.
You know what? I've seen all kinds of things that you can make, like shirts out of bandanas and everything. There's all
Yeah.
these cool little things I see on Instagram. But yeah, like there's so many people that's going through such hard times. Like I meet people every day, and it's so sad because I know I know how they feel. Like I just simply am saying, let's meet. We'll meet at the restaurant. You know what? That restaurant's expensive. I'm like, don't worry, I'll buy dinner. No, no, no. Like they're embarrassed. I'm like, I hate that. I look and I'm like, oh my goodness, the system, it's destroying people's life. People want to do things and they feel they can't. Um, and even if you want, like I look also at this beautiful country, Spain, and I look at this beautiful province, Barcelona, and this beautiful city. I mean, everything. I look at it and I'm like, people can't even enjoy themselves, a lot of people, because they're so worried about making ends meet. And they got to go to the 9 to 5, and they don't have time to enjoy the beach, or they don't have time to enjoy the beautiful scenery, and they're busy, busy, busy. And it's like, mind you, not all of them are. The retired people are enjoying. It seems like they're just sitting around and enjoying the scenery. But and I'm in an area where it's all like retired people. I'm like in this wealthy retirement area, and I'm like, I'm like the only young person here. So gotta stay low, gotta stay quiet, right? Put my music on, but so it's it's absolutely um sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you, it's very sad, it's deteriorating to watch people, and then I have an opportunity and I don't sit there and tell like everybody, I have opportunity. I don't want to look like, spammy or whatever. I don't. But I watch and I see the problems in this world, and I see the system, and the system wants to keep us down. Okay. It's like, if you don't wake up, just like I was talking about beforehand, literally and also emotionally and mentally, if you don't wake up, you're going to be stuck in that same cycle that you think is normal, that you think is good. And that's called the system. That's why my kids are not in public school. These kids fought in Kelowna to be in public school, and I went to the public school, and I was horrified. I was like, no, no, my kids are not going to get. And no offense to anybody who has their kids in the public school, but I said no, I'm not. I'm not going to get my kids lost in the system. There was like 2,000 kids, and I went to the school and I kind of investigated and seen. I was like, no, no, where's going to be your time to travel, guys? Where's going to be your time to work on your guitar, to work on your soccer, to work on your art, to work on your bracelets, to work on your entrepreneurship, to work on your dream? They're teaching you to get a job, guys. There's nothing like you just heard it. They said if you go away, you're going to fail your curriculum. You're going to fail. There's nothing that they're going to give to you. And I had to pull my kids away from it, and they was very upset because they want to socialize. I said, don't worry, you can still socialize with your church friends. You can still socialize with all your friends. And we're constantly on trips right now. They're having the time of their life right now. They're going to these concerts almost every night, and fun, safe concerts. They're going with their friends. They're enjoying life. They're literally experiencing a new country, new language. How it's beautiful here. There's always a party. There's always a fiesta. There's always something going on, right? And to think back to where would their life have been if I put them to do that, or where is your life going to be? Just like Paulo said, if you continue to work at that job morning, day, and night, not follow your dreams. The thing is when you start this business, okay, I'm going to go over a little bit now about my input on this subject. So I introduced myself in the beginning, but I'll tell you a little bit more about my history. So in 2013, I left Toronto. I had a brick and mortar business in Toronto, and I used to do spiritual counseling and advise people. And I had a brick and mortar business, and I was super successful. I was smack downtown Toronto, and my mother got sick. She passed away. My dad was sick with cancer. There was just a whole bunch going on, and it was so busy, and my life was just like, I felt like this is too much. This is too much. I need to get away. And I did. I went to BC. I got away. I moved. I took my business with me, but I brought it on a smaller scale, and I changed some things because I turned Christian. And it failed. It failed, and everything I worked for 7 years in Toronto, everything I suffered for, went down the drain. I spent it all. I got in debt, and I was just like, wow, how do I get out of this hole? Guess I got to get a job. My business failed. So I was offered a few jobs, and I was like, if I get a job, I can't be there for my kids. I moved to BC to get away from the hustle and bustle. Even though I was a brick and mortar business, I didn't have any time for my kids, and it was watched by nannies. And I was like, and props to Filipinos, um, Paulo, because oh my goodness, any woman that was Filipino that watched my kid, was the most sweetest person in the world. But let's just put also, I literally had people that treated my kids so horrible. And that was a fear that was in my head. And I'm like, no, I don't want my kids to be watched by my nannies anymore. I'm missing out on their activities. I'm paying like a lot of my pay that I'm making in this business. I'm literally giving it to people to watch my kids. And so, long story short, I came to BC and this business fell in my lap in Kamloops. And somebody I knew, I seen them posting on Facebook about this business, and I reached out to them, and then they told me to watch the workshop, and the rest was history. I started this business. What does it take? What did it take for me to start this business? Well, it took me courage. It took me to jump out of my comfort zone. It took me to, literally have um the mindset to not listen to others, because a lot of people told me don't start anything online, it's a scam. It took me the ability to press that button and sign up. And then from there, I was literally like, okay, wow, there's training. So it takes resilience, it takes dedication, it takes consistency. As an entrepreneur, you're literally your sole, person that is going to make this work. Even though you got our whole tech team and our whole crew, and you got me as your coach and mentor, and you got us business partners helping you, it's going to take you. You're the only variable to this business. It's going to take you to work on it. And you are the one who is going to earn yourself a boatload of money. But the thing is you can't let life's problems get in the way. Do you know how many people message me, moms, especially single moms? Because I know I'm a huge um, inspiration for a lot of single moms, because I have 5 kids. They message me and they're like, well, I'm going through this, I'm going through divorce, I'm going through the problem, I'm going through this, I'm going through this. I can't start now. And I tell them my story. I'm like, you don't even know what I was going through when I started this business. But at night, I would stay up and I would put all my hurt and pain and I would turn it into gain and I would turn it into making money. Okay? Focus. Because the thing is when you focus on something, all of a sudden that pain starts to be left. You start to realize, well, I'm doing something great. And I became a coach and I became helping people. Also, if you have something and it's an opportunity for others, if you have something where your goal has to do with helping people, or your goal has to do with something that is above you, and trying to be there for others, or whatever the case may be, helping your kids, helping your family in another country, somehow it all works out. And the universe makes everything come together. So let's just say the key points. It takes mindset. It takes courage. It also takes dedication. And what does it take to literally have the business running successful? A good ad. We can help you create that good ad. Okay, baby. Just sit down, relax a little. I love you. So it takes, a good ad, going through your training and being consistent with your posting. You don't have to post about yourself if you don't want to. You just post about the business and post little things that we advise you to post. Even our chats, we have pre-made posts to create for that's created that you can post on your page. And just keep seeing the updates. Come to our ad assisting Zooms that will literally help you to create ads. I can literally create an ad for you in a half an hour, and boom, you got an ad running, just like Savio. It took me literally a half an hour to make Savio an ad, and he keeps getting buyers. So anybody who's watching, if you feel that you want something different, and you know that the world is not the same, and there's no more job security, and you don't want to depend on another person for a paycheck, or that retirement, plan that they supposedly give you, where you can't even live off that. If you want security, this is it. But like we said, you have to work at it, be positive, be consistent, stay strong, stay close to us. Your mindset will only grow. It's been proven that the most successful people in the world, they've seen, how come is it that these people are the most successful people? How are these people so successful? They did a study and they seen it was the people they surround themselves with. They took a look at who they surround. And it's true. The sum of the 5 people that you surround, that's going to have a big influence on you. So if you surround yourself with entrepreneurs, millionaires, successful people, business owners like us, that without a doubt you're going to succeed. Okay, so just stay focused. So God bless everybody. Did anybody else want to add anything before we let everybody go? No? Okay, well, thank you all for joining. There's links here in these posts. You can add your name and your email to our websites. And once you add your name and your email, you're going to be taken to our workshop right away. And I hosted that workshop where you'll see one, maybe it's a different host, it's one of our lives, and you'll literally see what we set you up with, a website, sales funnel, everything you need to get started. And from there, we'll add you into our Earn Online Academy. It's a free group, and you can learn more about the business. So if you don't see a link, a website, then literally message us, and we'll send you our workshop explaining everything. So thank you all for joining. God bless.
Bye.
On the other side, hi, Kyle. How are you? Nice to see you. God bless all. We'll see you on the other side. Click that link and add your name and your email so you can watch our free workshop that has all the details, that has all the slides, that's going to explain more about the business in detail that we can't show you here because it's actually a webinar created for the business plan to show you. Okay? So peace out. See you on the other side.
Bye.
Bye.